very warm welcome to everyone joining us live tonight for the draw for the 2023 Tyrone Championships. Firstly now I'm going to call on our County Chairman, Martin Sludden.
Garvaghey. Good evening and welcome to the Tyrone GAA Excellence here at Garvaghey for the 2023 Tyrone GAA Club Football Championship draw. We're joined this evening by Vivian Connollys of Connollys, the new title sponsor for our club championship. Last year the Tyrone Club Championship served up some of the highest quality club football and hurling anywhere on the island. Ergal Kieran emerged as winners of the Senior Championship, collecting their first title in 10 years. Ogue and Onrua collected the Senior Hurling and Junior Hurling Championships. Garvaghey and Stewartstown came out top in the intermediate and the junior competitions at both county and provincial level, narrowly missing out on All-Ireland glory. As the new adult club season draws ever closer, we have a new sponsor for football and hurling club championships, and Tyrone GAA are delighted to be partnered with Connollys of the Moy for the next 3 years. Vivian has been a loyal and valued supporter of Tyrone GAA for many years, and we're thrilled to have him on board. Thank you, Vivian. Before we move on to the draws, I want to thank a couple of other people. To Raymond and the CCC members who have our youth competitions on their way and the adult games soon to follow. Keep up the good work. And to Rory and the Communications Committee, and to Kieran at MacAV for the streaming of tonight's draw. And now I'll hand you over to Vivian to say a few words.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a privilege to be here tonight to take part in the draws for the Connollys of Moy Tyrone GAA Club Football Championships. On behalf of Connollys of Moy, I'd like to thank Martin and the Tyrone County Board for their support over the past number of weeks since we have been announced as the title sponsor for these competitions. And I know how eager everyone is to find out who they'll be facing later in the summer. Connollys of Moy are committed to supporting our local communities and sport at all levels across the county and beyond. The Tyrone GAA Club Championships are the envy of the country, and we're delighted to be associated with them. I've no doubt another season packed full of action lies ahead. Good luck to all of the teams involved. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivian, and we look forward to the partnership over the next 3 years. So just to go through the format for the championships this year, firstly we'll be doing the Junior Championship. The Junior Championship, 17 teams in the championship, so we have a preliminary round. So the first 2 teams out of the bowl will play in the preliminary round. We will then put in preliminary round winner ticket and proceed with the draw. The draw will follow the same pattern as the last number of years. First 2 teams out will be fixture A. They will play the next 2, which is fixture B. So A, B, and then A and B will play each other in the quarter final. C, D, E, F, the whole way down, and that's the same format for the 3 championships. So I could ask Martin and Vivian now to draw the teams for the preliminary round of the Junior Championship. Oher St McCartans, will play Glenelly St Joseph's. So preliminary round, that's Oher St McCartans, past winners of the junior title in 2008, and they will be playing Connollys. So now we put in the preliminary round winners and we proceed with the draw. So fixture A is that's Killyman St Mary's, 4-time winner of the junior title, will play Ahaloo. Ahaloo, runners up in 2022, and the Stephen Donnelly powered outfit will be hoping to go one better this year. Fixture B, Castlederg, St Eugene's. North Tyrone will be playing Errigal Kieran thirds. That's Castlederg versus Errigal Kieran thirds. Drumquin Wolf Tones will play Braca Emmets. Drumquin versus Braca Emmets. Orney, St Columba's, will play Fontana Pierces. Fontana under new management this year. Last won the junior title in 1975. Clonagale, County Manager Brian Dooher's club, will play the preliminary round 1 winners. So they will play the winners of the preliminary round. Derry Tresk will play Dermara Sarsfields. Dermara runners up in 2020, hoping to get over the line in 2023. Cookstown Father Rocks, of course, won the title in 2021, and they will play Donaghmore St Patrick's thirds. So that's Cookstown versus Donaghmore thirds. This is Brackenville Owen Rose, who last won the title in 2015, will play Esker Emmets, who were runners-up in 2021. So that concludes the draw for the Junior Championship, and we'll just do a rundown from the top here. The preliminary round pitted Oher against Clonagale. First round proper, Killyman versus Ahaloo, Castlederg versus Errigal Kieran thirds, Drumquin versus Braca, Orney versus Fontana, Clonagale versus the winners of the Oher Glenelly preliminary round tie, Derry Tresk v Dermara, Cookstown versus Donaghmore thirds, and finally Brackenville versus Esker. And as usual, some competitive ties there to look forward to, and we wish the best of luck to everybody in the Junior Championship this year. So without further ado, we'll move on to the Intermediate Championship. This is the Paddy Cullen Cup. Again, the same format. We don't have a preliminary round, so we're straight into it. So again, it's fixture A will play B, C will play D further down in the quarterfinals. So the first team out of the hat for the intermediate is the Rock St Patrick's. And the Rock will play Clonnow, probably one of the pre-season favourites. And again, somewhat of a local derby over in the east. Ray St Patrick's, winners only a couple of years ago, and they will play Ahiyarn. Ahiyarn won the intermediate title in 1987. Next one out is Clogher Araog, and they will play Killishall. Killishall, who were unlucky last year, beaten after extra time by the eventual winners Galway. The next one out is Kildress Wolf Tones, and Kildress will play Moy. Moy, of course, who won the title in 2017 and went on to win the All-Ireland. So that's Kildress versus Moy, Moy the 2017 winners. Derry Loughlin, Kevin Barry's, one of the favourites again, and they will play Stewartstown Harps. Stewartstown, of course, junior winners last year, who went on to win an Ulster title, and that is very much not a local derby, that's a parish derby. Gorchin St Patrick's, always a contender, and they will play Strabane Sigersons. Gorchin, of course, runners up in 2020. Owen Rowe, O'Neill's, and they will play Niamh Owen. So very much a North Tyrone battle there. Owen Rowe's and Niamh Owen. Owen Rowe's runners up in 2021 in the Intermediate Championship. Pomeroy Plunkets, and they will play Berra. And that concludes the draw for the Intermediate Championship. Pomeroy, of course, who were one of the star games in the first round last year. This year they'll be hoping maybe to get over the line. So just a revision of the draw for the Intermediate Championship. So it's Rock versus Clonoe, Toddy Ray versus Ahiarn, Clogher v Killishall, Kildress v the Moy, Derrylaughan v Stewartstown, Gorchin v Strabane, Owen Rowe v Niamh Owen, and finally Pomeroy v Berra. And once again, the best of luck to all teams in the Intermediate Championship. The Intermediate Championship, which has provided some of the most outstanding championship games over the last number of years in Tyrone, and no doubt this year will be the same. So we move on now to the Senior Champ, the draw for the Senior Championship. And of course the Senior Championship in Tyrone, one of the hotliest contested. Nobody has done back-to-back since 2004, 2005 when Carrickmore done it. So we've had different winners every year. Will Errigal Kieran, the current champions, be able to buck that trend this year? Well, we'll soon find out who everybody's getting, so I'll ask Vivian to draw the first of the fixtures. First out of the hat is just up from Intermediate. That's Eden Dark. So Eden Dark will play Carrickmore. Carrickmore, of course, the 15-time winners, and as I said, the last team to do back-to-back. So Eden Dark v Carrickmore. We're starting off with a mouth-watering title, or contest rather. Loch McCrory, Carrickmore's neighbours. And they, in the first round, will play Thrillick St McCartans. So Loch McCrory versus Thrillick. Of course, Thrillick last won the title in 2019. Eglish St Patrick's, just up from Intermediate. And they will play Dungannon Thomas Clark's. Dungannon, who won the title last in 2020. So Eglish v Dungannon. Intermediate champions from last year, the Galway Pierces, who went on, of course, to win Ulster and went the whole way to the All-Ireland Intermediate final. And they will play Dromore St Dymphna's. So Galway against Dromore. Dromore, of course, won the title in 2021. Muirtown St Malachy's, and they will play Donaghmore St Patrick's. So that's Muirtown, won the title last in 1992, and they will play Donaghmore in the first round. The current holders, Errigal Kieran, and they will play Killyclogher. Killyclogher last won the title in 2016, and over the years there's been some great battles between Errigal and Killyclogher. Omagh St Enda's, the 2017 county champions, and they will play Arbo O'Donovan Rossa. Again, a repeat of fixture last year, so Omagh versus Ardbow. Greencastle St Patrick's will play Cullean Fena. So Cullean, of course, again, last won the title in 2018. So, as usual, mouth-watering ties. So, first out of the hat was Eden Dark versus Carrickmore. And in the next round, the winners will play Loch McCrory or Trillick. Eglish and Dungannon, winners of that will progress to play the winners of Galway and Dromore. The winners of Muirtown and Donaghmore will progress to play either Errigal Kieran or Killyclahar. And the winners of Omagh and Arboe will progress to play the winners of Greencastle and Cullen. So that concludes the draw for the Tyrone Championships, for the Pat Darcy Cup, the Paddy Cullen Cup, the O'Neill Cup. We wish everybody all the best. There won't be a ball thrown in until the first weekend of September, when the junior preliminary round will be up and going, but I'm sure these ties will be talked about near and far in the coming months, and there'll be tremendous anticipation, as there always is, for the start of the Tyrone Championships. Thank you for joining us here tonight, live in Garvaghey.